Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpacktrader training room for Tuesday, August 13th, 2024. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It's not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds you can afford to do without. All right. No other sessions today, so we'll put that aside. So get in sync, make that probably make it 84.1. I don't like that as an entry, but that's the appropriate one tick move. And I don't think this one warrants more than that. On the micro Russell. And that's still a get in sync. Yeah, that's too big of an adjustment to try to make. I'd keep it at 84.2 now. Couple of minutes yet. Crude oil this morning. Early setup, but was still valid at our start time. So triggered short, picked up target 1 and target 2. 12 and 20 ticks, 32 on the session, one and done. And we'll look for the 10 o'clock session. Market is about to open. The YM long has gone too far. So we'll look for a new setup there. Soybeans has a potential short. That's a white trade, and the histogram hasn't crossed over yet. Unleaded was interesting this morning. Okay, we hit the stop, so that trade is off the table on micro Russell. Unleaded picks up the short setup at 904.31. That meanders about, has one stop and reverse that never triggers you unadjusted. Second stop and reverse that actually adjusts to 41.81. 4-tick adjustment plus key level only gets to 41.80. So we stay in the short and ultimately end up getting targets 1 or 2, depending on your trade plan. 41 for target 1, 64 for target 2, entry at 169, and we trail all the way down to 081. So 69.88 ticks on the trailer. So 64 and 88, 852 for target 2 traders and a one and done session. And while we were talking about that, William picked up a short trade, hitting target 1 and trailing now. Actually hitting all 4 targets. Plenty of time to get into that trade. And stopping out. So let's find. Excuse me. So micro NQ. That will be coming on in about one more minute. YM is power quitting. Crude is power quitting. Looking for our first trade on the micro Russell. Pound Aussie. 8:30 start. We get a setup right at 8:30. It was news this morning, so I stood down for 5 minutes. I stood down for 5 minutes. Got in sync with the trade over in here. Right there. That gave me a target 1 and a break even for a one and done session. Micro NQ has gone too far. We'll look for a new setup there. Soybeans in a short now. Pretty active market this morning. Soybeans down well below the 1,000 mark at 967 and a quarter now. Micro NQ stopping out of its early trade. And we have a short setup. $8.58 and a quarter. That has not triggered in, just hit the stop. But it's still valid if it comes back and triggers in, because it won't cancel until we get a crossover. So good. It does come back and trigger in. Soybeans making progress, and we have a short trade on micro Russell. Set up. Micro NQ trade, Russell trade just triggered in. Lots of time to have gotten in that one. Micro Russell has just enough of a wick to give us a 1.14 tick target 1, so that is where money management resides. Look for target 3. And that's a full stop out, unfortunately. And back to a long setup. That triggers in. Should have had time to get into that. And going through money management quickly. Looking for target 3. And taking heat on the micro NQ trade now. We're having to track that one manually. Soybeans halfway to target 1. That quickly, we've got 4 charts done. We got 3 remaining for the morning. There's a win on micro Russell. Trailer now at 84.7. And a long setup. That'll be a stop and reverse, and I believe the full stop out. $73 3/4. Yeah, that's just 2 ticks. But so far, we're still in the short. Stop and reverse is still valid. Same reason. Takes a crossover to cancel if we haven't hit the entry. Crossover of the cat lines. And target 4 on the micro Russell. That should get us positive again. And we're getting our crossover on this bar. We're still in the prior short there. Even though the calculator's not tracking it. It's not tracking because we hit the stop and the target on the same bar, but I was watching it, we hit the stop first and then the then the entry. So the target, the trade is still valid. And it is, therefore, we should be in that short trade. Stop and reverse on soybeans filtered out by the hybrid mode. Trend indicator is red, which indicates down trend, so we will not take a long at that point. All right, stop moved up to 84.9. Obviously, the wick hit that point before the stop moved up to it. And the stop and reverse does cancel. We get money management on the short, so I did not see when that happened. That may be let's see, that's going to be a 58 1/4 for our stop, it looks like. 58 flat. I think it hit that point before it went to money management. So we are still short, and that's a full win on target 2. The short back here, not the short it's tracking. So we are at 858 flat for our stop. And we'll start trailing here very shortly. All right. Micro Russell stops out just tick above target 4, and now we go to short. Back and forth, but giving us a solid win there. We move down 2 ticks, so we go to 84.8. Soybeans still short. All right, Micro Russell, or Micro NQ, stops and reverses after getting a target 2. So we have in hand, we'll take that as it comes to the entry. There is our entry. Standard trade. So we end up with a target 2 win there. Not the stop and reverse we would have had with the second trade, but we actually won on the first trade. Soybeans at the short entry again. And a full stop out on the Micro Russell. We did get to the entry first. So 2 losses and a solid win. Now we're in a new long trade. That is right at the session high. I would push that up a couple of ticks. $90.1, push it to 90.3. But it still triggers in. And another target 2 win on the Micro NQ. Need 1 more tick for our 14 tick minimum to money management. So that'll go to 91.5. Missed money management by a tick up to 91.4. And there's money management. Micro NQ stops out on its trailer. So we have the second target 2 win with a decent trailer. Actually, did we get to target 3 or did we just miss it? I got a line there to tell for sure. Looks like we missed it by a tick. Unfortunate not while we weren't watching it. If you were trading that market, you would have been watching it. And we have we got to stop out. We got to stop out for a couple of tick loss. Actually, no, we go to 90.4 with our adjustment. So we'll just take a break-even stop. Actually, we need to push up a couple more ticks. We did that anyway because of our original adjustment. So that's a break even. 1 win, 2 losses, and a break even on the Micro Russell. 2 wins on the Micro NQ. And meandering short trade on soybeans. Our 3 active charts for another 11 plus minutes till we get to the 10 o'clock crude session. Short trade on the Micro Russell. Needs to come down a tick. Uh-oh. That's not looking good. That would be our 3rd loss. Would end the session if that stops out. And Micro NQ picks up another long trade. And it does stop out, so that ends the session. 3 losses. Marginally down session, unfortunately. Micro NQ in the long trade, slightly underwater. Just about 8 minutes to crude 10 a.m. mini session. Soybeans still hanging around the trend indicator, which is a 20 SMA in this case. Now popping up to test the 50. $5.45 to the crude 10 a.m. mini session. And we take a full stop on the micro NQ and transition to a short. If you're watching the micro NQ like you should be if you're trading it, probably would have traded for profit when it got within a tick. Or should have anyway. But then it pulled back to a stop just above target 1. Markets, all three market indices now turning down, now starting to pop back up a little bit. That's the micro Russell and the YM. Looks like definitely some hesitation in the micro NQ. Micro NQ up at session, coming off session highs, as is the micro Russell and the YM. Two minutes to crude 10 a.m. session. There's a get in sync trade just set up. And we take a second stop out. That one I would say we take at the full stop out and stop and reverse to long. That one there. There's money management. So that is a good thing. This is going to be at least a break-even trade. Two wins, two losses on the micro NQ. If you traded for profit on that target three on the second win, then we do stop out for break even. And you should be positive even with the two losses. That long trade should have, let's see, where is the, okay, yeah, that's not, oh, but it's still filtered as a trade against the 50 in the chop zone. All right, 5 trades in the books on the micro NQ. 2 wins, 2 losses, and a break even. Just about a break even session. Still in the short on soybeans. The stop and reverse trade was first filtered out by the trend mode, but now remains filtered by the chop zone. Micro Russell and the YM continuing to pull back from session highs. Micro NQ just set a new session high, pulling off of it a bit. It just set a new session high, and we are in our session on crude. Crude triggering into short. I think that's a stop and reverse. Yep, we should be in the long trade. So that'll be a stop and reverse at 07. And it looks like it did. Yep. So we are short now. Micro NQ getting noisy. Soybeans peaked above the 50 and now is back down at the 20 SMA. Crude approaching money management, not quite there yet. New short trade on the micro NQ. That's a pretty big trade. The final trade of the morning. Big wick, but that's what it is. And kind of in the noise and just above the 50 EMA. So. Yeah, 33 points to target one, so 33 and a quarter. So we will use target one as our take profit, as our first take profit. Money management on crude. Stop comes to 79.06 on crude. Micro NQ testing its 50 EMA, as is Micro Russell, but Russell is testing it from below, and Micro NQ is testing from above. YM rejected just a few bars ago, and it's from below its 50 EMA. There's a trailing stop. Add-on short trade on soybeans. We're still in the original short. We're right back at the entry again. Not down to 92, which was target one. So that is 15 ticks. Now looking for target two. And what was our loss? We went from 31 to 79.31 to 79.07. That's 24 ticks. That's down 48. We just got target two. That's another 26. 15 and 26, 41. So down 7 ticks. We need one more trade. Final trade on the micro NQ taking heat again. YM and micro Russell also looking like they're pushing up. Stop and reverse, that's an exit only. That is another loss, but that is going to be an end the session. Third loss and the sixth trade, so ends the session either way. Entry was 09 and a quarter, so make that 910 and a quarter. And that completes that. Crude still needing another trade to get positive. So we have crude and soybeans currently active. Soybeans in its first trade of the morning. Crude looking for its third trade of the 10 a.m. session, 10 a.m. mini session. And crude with its long trade just triggered in. Basically needed money management and at least 4 ticks to get positive. Target 1 would obviously get us positive. 18 tick target. We'll have to see if the buyers are take crude higher off of the session low that's just set. See if it can work up through the 50. Not looking good so far. Soybeans kind of in a consolidation. If it can get down and set a new session low, there's a good chance it's going on to targets. EMA has held a couple of times there. Crude tests the balance line. Now back to the entry point. Lost a couple of ticks. And back down again to the 20 SMA. $79 mark. Good morning, Zach. One schedule note for this weekend next actually, is regular sessions tomorrow, regular 9:30 session, and the crude oil inventory at 10:30. I will be dark on Thursday. So I'll be traveling to a family wedding, and I will also be dark on next Tuesday, as that's the day I'm traveling home. So we've got tomorrow, then we'll be back next Wednesday. And try to keep you informed of when I'm not going to be on a regular schedule. Here. Crude taking some heat, about halfway to the stop. And there is a stop and reverse that will be an exit at set 84, and then did exit at 84. That'll cut our loss a little bit. Cut our loss by 6 ticks. 84 from 06 is another 22 tick loss, 44 ticks plus the 7 we were down 51 on the day, or down 51 on the session. It'll be a slightly negative day. We're up for 32 on the 9 a.m. session. So 19 tick loss on the day for crude. Soybean still hanging around its entry, just back and forth around the entry, now up at the 20 SMA. It doesn't seem to be going very far, very fast, and that's the only chart we have still active. Everything else has hit its power of quitting, either number of trades or goal positive. Number of trades, number of losses, positive goal, etc. All of them are done but soybeans. All right, Zach. Now let's see. 9 a.m. crude session was a one and done. Where that was. Yeah, here we go. Get in sync on this trade. Picked up targets 1 and 2. We just used 2 fixed targets on this trade plan. 12 and 20 ticks, 32. And became the 10 a.m. session. Triggered into the long trade. And then stopped and reversed into the short at 07. That was a 24 tick risk, 48 tick loss. And so we pick up 15 and 26 for 41 ticks on the short trade, leaving us down 7. And then we lost 44 ticks on the third trade. Yeah, down 51 on the 10 a.m. session. YM was a one and done this morning. 9:30 start. At 9:30 start picks up the short trade. Target 1 of 24 ticks. Trailer goes from 604 to 577, so 27 ticks there. 24 on target. That's 51 ticks, $255 for a single contract, 2 single contract positions. Micro Russell was a little noisy this morning. So a 9:30 start. So our first trade was this short Oh, let's see. That actually might have been avoidable. Now, but when it came down to the entry again here, yeah, that would have gotten us in. So yeah, that was not avoidable. That one is a loss. So a loss there. It's going to be a normal. So 4-position trade. That's 62 points. And we pick up a target 4 on this one. Targets 3 and 4. So we get 2.8, 3.6. That's 6.4 points on the targets. And we get target 3 plus target 4 plus a tick on the trailer. So that's another 3.7. 10.1. 10.1 points on that trade. $5 a point. So that's $500.50. Oh, that's not a 62. I'm sorry. I'm thinking the micro NQ. Let's see. Our risk on that trade was 2.7 times 3, 8.1. So we're up 2 points after the second trade. Third trade was also a loss. That one's going to be another. No, I'm sorry. Risk was 1.8. Looking at the wrong place. So yeah, 1.8 for the risk. First trade. So that actually is 5.4. So we're up 4.7. This is a 1.9, 5.7. So we're down 1 point. We get a break even. It's actually lost a couple of ticks because of the major key level. That's a 6-tick loss. We're down 1.6. 4 trades. That's right. I forgot about this trade. This trade was a get in sync that was valid because it hit the stop before the entry. So that one got us target 3 and 4, 2.85, 6.3. And we trailed down to 81.2. 81.2 from 84.2, 3 points. On top of our 6.3, 9.3, plus 1.6, 7.7. We're up through 5 trades. Final trade was a full loss, unfortunately. Well, let's see. No, just missed money management by a couple of ticks. And we have a 1.9 by heck. Dead break even on 6 trades. With 2 wins, a break even, and 3 losses. Pound Aussie got in this long trade. 5-minute stand down because of news, so we don't actually start till 8:35. So we got in sync right in here. We didn't get there. I believe it got up to the entry there. No, it didn't quite get to the entry there, so we got in sync right here. That went to target 1. So we picked up 19 pips to target 1. And an additional 4 pips on the trailer, less our, so 23 pips less our spread, which was about 1.5 pips times 5, that's 7.5 pips. So we gained 14.5? 15.5. 15.5 pips today net, so not terrible, not a huge move. And soybeans finally getting target 1 back on this short trade from 21 seconds after the hour. 21 seconds after the market opened. That was our start time. That's a pickup of 14 ticks, which is 3.5 points. We still have 3 positions on. Looking for target 2 now at 62.5. So patience was the order of the day on soybeans today. Still in that trade, actually. Why? Micro NQ was noisy. That's going to be a losing session. And the YM was a one and done. 9:30 start there also. That's 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 exchange time, which is market open. YM is traded out of Chicago. So there is our first trade. Just short, picks up target 1. That's right, 24 and 27. We got 51 ticks on that one. I did go through that one already, didn't I? let's go through. Well, I know what I had to look. China was unleaded. 9:30, 9:34, 8:34 Central start. Wait 4 minutes. So our first trade is right here. That one was another case of valid trade, had to track it manually, didn't quite make money management, and stopped and reversed at the full stop out. So that was our 62 tick loss. No, didn't trigger on the, actually no, we did not hit the stop and reverse entry. So it stayed short there. And we actually came down and did get target 2. And I don't think we triggered the trailer, so we would have just gotten a break even coming out of that. So that would have been target 2 for 38.5. No, wrong trade. Target 2 for 28.5 points. Targets 3, 4, and trail picked up a tick apiece, so 4.25 points. So we weren't in the short. And actually, no, we picked up more than that on the trailer because we get a stop and reverse here. No adjustment because we already have profit in hand. So instead of $58.25, we come off at 55.25. So we got 3 points times 3 position. We picked up 9 points there. On top of our 28.5. So 37.5 for that trade. We get target 2. Target 3 would have been a trade for profit because we missed it by a tick, I believe. 95.5 was our high, and target 3 was 95.75. I would say trade for profit there. So you pick up 28, and I'd say give it, give back a point, 39.5. 28 and 40 is 68 ticks, 68 points rather. And two positions come off at the trailer, 55.25 to the trailer. At 73.5. So that's 18.25 points. On top of 68 is 86.5, along with our $28.5, 37.5, 86.5, 87, 94, 124, 124 points positive. And we pick up another long trade that goes full stop out. That's a loss of 62 ticks, 62 points. So that puts us at positive 62. We get a break even there, which gives us 1 point, so positive 63. So we have 1, 2, 3 wins, 1 loss, 1 break even. When we get in this short trade, and that's going to give us a stop and reverse at 910 and a quarter. Of our entry at 91 and a quarter. That's 19 points times 4 positions. So we lose 76 points there. Yeah, 76 points. And we were up 63. So we have a net loss of 13 points on the 6 trades. So a losing session in the micro NQ, unfortunately. Now let's go back and look at the leaded. That's our 9 o'clock start. That does trade out of New York, so it is on Eastern time. All of my timestamps are Eastern, running NinjaTrader. So we pick up the short 4 minutes and 31 seconds after the hour. No trigger on the stop and reverse along this side. Stop and reverse triggered unadjusted. The adjustment is 4 ticks, which would have put us at 41.80. So we're going to level just that to 81. We only got to 80, so we stayed in the short. Even though the calculator tracked the long as a stop out, we ended up getting target 2, target 1 or 2, depending on which you traded. And we trailed out all the way to 40.81. Our entry at 41.69. So 69 and 19 is 88 ticks on the trailer, along with 64 for target 2 is 152 ticks. One and done win. That's about a $600 trade on two positions. Actually, more than 600. $4.20 a tick on the 152 ticks. So yeah, it's 5. 608, 638, 638.40. Not bad. And that was the morning session. I hope that was helpful. We're using 3 different strategies in here. I'll be getting the newest one on here shortly. I've got to get it set up on my workspace. This is Catapult Trader on the Micro Russell and the Micro NQ. Those are using custom Renko bars. Micro Russell using a 1.5 point brick, 15 ticks on NinjaTrader with a 5 tick offset. And Micro NQ using a 12 point brick, a 3 point offset. Bigger chart, but small dollar value on the micros. Several charts using Spotlight Power Trader. Pound Aussie on an 8 pip range bar, 0.008 momentum bar on TradeStation. Crude using also on Spotlight using an 8-cent range bar or 8 tick range bar or 8-cent momentum bar, depending on your platform. And YM Spotlight using a 14 tick range bar, 14 point momentum bar based on platform. And finally, our soybeans chart. And we come back and looks like we just stopped out at 67.25 from 68. So 3 ticks on 3 positions is 9 ticks on top of our 19, is it? 14. 17 ticks. Gives us 4.25 points at $50 a point for a 4-position trade. So we did stay in long enough to get soybeans to resolve. So all of the charts are done now. That is counterpunch, 5 tick range bar, 1.25 point momentum bar on TradeStation. That's how we work it out. Those trade plans are all on the owner sites for the particular strategies. So we will see everybody tomorrow morning at 9:30. 9:30 and 10:30 sessions tomorrow with the crude oil inventory report. Once again, I'll be dark on Thursday. No trade room on Thursday. I'll be traveling, as well as the following Tuesday. I'll be traveling to a family wedding, leaving on Thursday, returning on Tuesday. So have sessions tomorrow, and then it will be a week from tomorrow. So we will see everybody tomorrow. Everybody have a good one, and we'll see you at 9:30 Eastern Time tomorrow in the same place. Everybody have a good one.